Toastmasters is a sandbox. You can deliberately work on very specific skills and improve. It's self-paced, it's a supportive environment, and you can really go one step at a time to kind of climb each rung of the ladder. The real world, on the other hand, I have found to be a little less forgiving and a little more value driven. Out there, people aren't going to give you a time signal. They're not going to give you feedback written out on a ballot. They're going to walk into the room with a certain expectation that you, as a person in front of us, are in a position to deliver value by virtue of your experience and by virtue of your training as a communicator. And of course, I had to bridge that gap. Interesting thing I'd do is I'd step into conferences, comedy clubs, I'd host events, and all those would be non-Toastmasters audiences who came with a different lens, if you will. And that quickly allowed me to become familiar with what the burden of performance would be out there in the real world. Sampling non-Toastmasters audiences really taught me how to drive and gave me that confidence to transfer my craft out of the club and into the market. The biggest challenge for me would have been to establish credibility before I had credibility. Early on, I had the skills, I knew I had the skills, the people that were working with me knew I had the skills, but there was no social proof. I had to confront the market, host events, speak for free sometimes, or accept offers that may not have been as glamorous as I'd imagined. Of course, being a participant in the international speech contest gave me massive exposure because there were people from all over the world sitting in, and there were people from all over the world watching online. And that immediately gave me some credibility beyond the contest. Another major challenge would have been translating good speaking into useful speaking. You see, many times the contest rewards entertainment value because that signals connection with your audience. Out there, something that's entertaining, that's fun, may not be as valuable to the audience because the practical applications are not clear. And so, what excites me as this is a really funny speech, he's got all the quips, I do all the movements, the rehearsal is swift and clean. Out there in industry, they're like, so what? Yes, you're entertaining, but so what? When you start to meet event organizers, 9 times out of 10, they're going to pick the proven expert who delivers value over the entertaining speaker, such that many of those proven experts may not even be entertaining speakers, but they still get booked. And finally, of course, there was the internal challenge, managing doubt, starting to see the value that I had to give, not underselling myself, and starting to feel comfortable in the room. Those are some of the challenges I encountered on the way.